115 people vanished overnight. Not one body was ever found. A man hijacked a plane, grabbed $200,000 in cash, and jumped into the night sky. Never caught, never identified. A president was assassinated in front of thousands of people, and the government still hasn't released all the files. These aren't movie plots, these are real. These happened in America, and none of them were ever solved. Welcome to Conflict Decoded, and today we're going into 5 of the darkest, most baffling unsolved cases in American history. Stay with me, because the last one is going to stay with you. Case 1, the Zodiac Killer. We start in California, late 1960s. A serial killer is operating across Northern California, and he is unlike anything law enforcement had ever seen before. Not because of how he killed, but because of what he did after. He wrote letters to the police, to newspapers. He didn't hide. He wanted to be known. He taunted investigators. He sent coded messages, ciphers, and dared anyone to figure out who he was. He called himself the Zodiac. Officially, he's linked to 5 murders, but in his own letters, he claimed 37 victims, 37 people, and investigators could never confirm or deny it because they never caught him. One of his ciphers, known as the Z340, sat unsolved for over 50 years. It took a private team of code breakers until 2020 to finally crack it. And when they did, it still didn't reveal his name. It just said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "I hope you are having lots of fun trying to catch me." He was mocking them from across 5 decades, and then he just stopped. No more letters, no more killings, as far as we know. He disappeared as mysteriously as he appeared. The Zodiac was never caught, never officially identified, and his case, to this day, remains open. 50 years of investigation, the best forensic minds in the country, and nothing. Who was he? Nobody knows. Case 2. D.B. Cooper. Slightly lighter, this story has an almost unbelievable quality. Now this next one, I want you to really picture this, because this is one of the most audacious things any person has ever done in American history. November 24th, 1971, a man walks onto a Northwest Orient flight in Portland, Oregon. Suit, sunglasses, completely ordinary looking. He tells the flight attendant his name is Dan Cooper, which later got misreported as D.B. Cooper, and that name just stuck forever. The plane takes off, and somewhere in the middle of the flight, he hands a note to a flight attendant. She thinks it's just a phone number. She doesn't read it right away. He leans over and says, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." He demands $200,000 in cash, nearly $1.5 million in today's money, and 4 parachutes. The airline pays. Every single passenger is safely released, and then he straps on a parachute, opens the rear door of the plane, mid-flight, over the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, and jumps into the night, into the wilderness, and was never seen again. The FBI investigated this case for 45 years. 45 years, their longest-running investigation ever. In 2016, they officially suspended it, unsolved. In 1980, 9 years after the hijacking, a small bundle of the ransom bills was found along a riverbank, partially decomposed, which only created more questions. Did he survive? Did he die in those woods? Did he live out a quiet life somewhere, spending that money slowly so nobody would notice? Nobody knows, not even close. To this day, D.B. Cooper is the only person in American history to hijack a commercial airplane and never be caught, never identified, never found. He pulled off the perfect crime and then vanished. Case 3. The assassination of JFK, November 22nd, 1963, Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy is in an open motorcade, thousands of people lining the streets. It's a sunny afternoon. People are waving, smiling, taking photographs, and then shots ring out over Dealey Plaza. President Kennedy is hit. He is rushed to the hospital, and within the hour, the 35th President of the United States is dead. Within hours, a suspect is arrested, Lee Harvey Oswald. But here's where this story takes a turn that nobody expected. 2 days later, before Oswald can stand trial, before he can say a single word in his own defense, he is shot and killed in a police station, in front of cameras, by a man named Jack Ruby, who, it later emerged, had deep connections to organized crime. The only suspect, silenced forever before anyone could question him properly. The Warren Commission, the official investigation, concluded Oswald acted alone, but almost nobody believed it. And here's why that matters. In 1979, a United States Congressional Committee concluded that Kennedy was probably killed as the result of a conspiracy. That's not a theory, that's a congressional finding. And then there are the files. Thousands of documents related to this assassination were classified, locked away for decades. Even today, in 2024, there are still documents that have not been fully released to the public. Think about that. More than 60 years later, a democratic government still withholding files about the murder of its own president. What is in those files? Nobody outside of certain government walls knows for sure. And that, more than anything, is why this case refuses to die. Case 4. The Lost Colony of Roanoke. Now I want to take you back, way back, to 1587. England has just established its first permanent colonial settlement in the New World, Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. 115 men, women, and children. Settlers who left everything behind, their homes, their families, their entire lives, to start fresh in America. Their governor, John White, sailed back to England to get more supplies. He expected to be gone a few months, but then war broke out between England and Spain, the Spanish Armada, and White couldn't return. For 3 years, he was stuck, waiting, desperate to get back to the people he had left behind. When he finally returned to Roanoke in 1590, the colony was gone. Not attacked, not burned, no signs of struggle, no bodies, no blood, just empty. All 115 people had simply vanished. The only thing left behind was a single word carved into a wooden post at the entrance of the settlement. Croatoan. That's it. One word. No explanation. No note. No nothing. Investigators, historians, archaeologists, they have been trying to answer this for over 430 years. Some believe the colonists integrated with a local Native American tribe. Some believe they tried to travel somewhere and perished. Archaeological digs have turned up a few artifacts, tantalizing hints, but no definitive answer. 430 years, and we still don't know what happened to those 115 people. They left one word behind, and that word has haunted America ever since. Case 5, the Black Dahlia, and we end with a case that, even after all these years, still breaks my heart a little. January 15th, 1947, Los Angeles, California. A woman is walking through a neighborhood in the morning when she notices something in a vacant lot. She thinks at first it's a store mannequin, discarded, thrown away. She gets closer. It isn't a mannequin. It's the body of a 22-year-old woman named Elizabeth Short. She had come to Hollywood, like thousands of young people did back then, with a dream. She wanted to be an actress. She wanted a life. The case became an instant media sensation. The press called her the Black Dahlia, a nickname that stuck. And the details of what had been done to her were so disturbing that even seasoned investigators said they had never seen anything like it. The LAPD received over 150 confessions. 150 people claimed they did it. Every single one was investigated and cleared. Dozens of genuine suspects were looked at over the decades, some of them with very compelling evidence against them. And yet, nobody was ever charged. Nobody was ever convicted. The case went cold and stayed cold. Elizabeth Short came to Los Angeles with her whole life ahead of her, and whoever took that life walked away, free, unpunished, possibly lived out their entire life without ever facing justice. Her case is still officially open, and her killer, whoever they were, almost certainly died without ever being held accountable. 5 cases, 5 mysteries, across centuries of American history. A serial killer who mocked investigators for decades and vanished. A hijacker who jumped from a plane into the dark and was never found. A president whose assassination the government still hasn't fully explained. A colony of 115 people who disappeared and left behind a single carved word. And a young woman who came to Hollywood with a dream and whose killer was never brought to justice. These cases are still open, officially unsolved. And here's the thing that I keep coming back to, that I can't shake. In at least some of these cases, someone knows the truth. Maybe they always did. Maybe they're still out there. Maybe they took that truth with them to their grave, and we will never know. That's what makes these cases more than just history. They're reminders that justice isn't always guaranteed, that answers don't always come, and that some mysteries, no matter how hard we try, remain exactly that, mysteries. If this video made you think, share it with someone, because these stories deserve to be remembered. And if you want more videos like this, real history, real mysteries told honestly, subscribe to Conflict Decoded. Hit the bell so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time.